When I think back over the years, I think what I've always hoped that we would do is get fabulous speakers.
Well, thinking back, there's many speakers that come to mind that I've enjoyed and that we've had back a number of times for the EBI, including Darren Watson, who's now with SunGard Corbell.
I always have good memories of Darren Watson and his operatic singing during the conference.
I will say we've had some good speakers over the years, and we have had Phyllis Borsey many times, including when she was much younger, probably in the late 1980s would be my guess is the first time.
I have fond memories of all 30 years of the EBI. Particularly, I remember my list of remarkable sponsors include our luncheon speaker today, Phyllis Borsey. Phyllis has been a speaker at an EBI Institute program 5 times. The first time in 1990 when she was working for the U.S. House Education and Labor Committee as the pension counsel.
I have many favorite speakers. I always enjoyed Phyllis Borsey, and I know she's on the program this year. Jim Klein was always good. Bob Ridley.
I think my favorite speaker, and it may not be everyone's, is Robert Ridley. Bob would fly in from California just about every other year to talk about litigation. And I don't really litigate, but it's interesting enough, and he made it interesting enough and funny that I always look forward to hearing Bob. I think one year, in fact, I hosted him. So I was able to drive Bob from the airport and found out he's just as funny off the stage as he is on stage.
I think maybe one of my most notable, and I can't remember the name, is the guy that sang. It was right after lunch. And you can be kind of groggy after a morning of sitting and a big lunch, but this guy came in right after lunch and started singing about employee benefits.
My favorite speaker, as I look back, was Darren Watson. The first time that we really had someone come in, and he broke out in song at the end of his speech, and it was the first time it kind of struck me that everyone loved him, brought a very lighthearted ending to our day, and really showed the committee how important it was to not only have knowledgeable speakers, but also speakers who were entertaining or engaging.
One of the things that I think is critical is you've got to keep everyone's attention. And speakers that were both entertaining and knowledgeable, we wanted to find those speakers and bring them in order to keep the audience engaged with what was going on.
And we've just had lots of big names from the Internal Revenue Service and Department of Labor, large law firms and large consulting firms, people from the national practices. It's really just the list of speakers is like a who's who in the benefits community. It's very exciting to see those people here in Kansas City.